Hey everyone, and I am moving my camera. Welcome back to Starting Out Solitary. We are on week 102, and this week we are talking about our thoughts on Wicca as a newer religion and Neopaganism. And for those who don't know what Neopaganism is, Neo just means new. So kind of like throwing in more of the New Age aspects of paganism that may not have been around, say, when, how can I word this, like back in like old Celtic times or old Norse times, that New Age stuff was not around, or what is considered New Age but is actually just East Asian practices, but has been embraced by the pagan community. My thoughts in general, yeah, Wicca is a newer religion within paganism, comparatively. It is a religion. It has a structure. It has its guidelines of what whomever practices it needs to follow. Overall, I'm not a big component of religion. I'm almost anti-religion because it just, organized religion I just am not a fan of. It bugs me pretty significantly. And Neopaganism I see no problem with, because I myself practice a form of Neopaganism, because I incorporate East Asian aspects, Middle East aspects, Native American aspects into my practice as an eclectic witch. Therefore, I am a New Age pagan, and I also ascribe to some New Age stuff and some metaphysical stuff that overall would not have been considered back in the day when paganism was a just the old ways, basically. Now, I do not judge anybody who practices any religion within paganism, as long as they're not hurting anybody or being an asshole. I'm all good with it. I just don't prescribe to that. And I don't have a problem with new religions coming up. A lot of people do tend to have a problem about that. It's like, it's new, it's not real. It's real for those who practice it, like who legitimately practice it. It's like Scientology. I know it's not really a real religion, but people ascribe to it and they truly believe in it, and that's fine. If they get their spiritual enlightenment through it, then whatever. You know, it's not affecting me. So kudos to them. Same thing with like the Jedi religion. It is now an official religion. I think it's kind of funny and silly, but you know, again, if you're getting spiritual enlightenment through being part of that religion, I say go for it. I'm certainly not a traditionalist at all. I know quite a few traditionalists, and we will argue in circles about what is traditional and what isn't, and if it's right or wrong. Now, if you're going to be traditional, go all the way. Be legit. Don't just say you're traditional. Practice some aspects in traditional ways and then not in others. It's like, in the New Age, the age we all exist in the first world countries, we have a lot of freedoms, we have a lot of things we're able to do with our religion, and it's very difficult actually to go back to those traditional ways in some aspects. Like, I don't see many traditionalists living out in the woods in a homemade cabin or a tent, communing with nature. You know, you don't generally see that. Maybe on a weekend occasionally, but overall, I would say that would be a legit traditionalist. I would also say, though I don't agree with some aspects of Wicca, personally, and it's not a bad thing, again, I feel as long as people are finding the enlightenment or spiritual connection that they are looking for in the practices they do, regardless if it's traditional paganism, New Age paganism, Wicca, whatever, I say go for it. Again, as long as it's not hurting anybody, including yourself, because, you know, some people will be obsessive about religion and it's actually really unhealthy. As long as they're not doing that, I'm perfectly fine. with that, and that's kind of my opinion on it. So I know this is kind of a little bouncy, but whatever. So I'll talk to you guys later.